Welcome back to Dimensions DIY. Today we are building a modern clock. Things you'll need for this project are a level, a jigsaw with blades, sandpaper, craft paints, a tape measure, drill bits, a large clock kit, you can find this on Amazon or most craft stores, a cordless drill, tape, some pencils, and a brush. Let's get this all out of the way and get started. First thing we need to do is build a jig to cut out our circle. The jig needs to be the same length as the base of our jigsaw. So mark the width of the base on both sides and then using a straight edge connect those two marks. Now using a miter saw or a circular saw, cut your board. Place the saw on the jig and then mark a drill hole right in front of the blade holding mechanism. You'll want to clamp this board down or have a friend hold the board steady while you drill a hole using a drill bit that's slightly larger than the jigsaw blade. The idea here is to have the jigsaw blade move freely without obstruction while it cuts your circle. The distance from this hole to the pivoting point of the jig will be the circle's radius. We want our circle to be 20 inches in diameter, so the radius needs to be 10 inches. Put a nail through the pivot point and then insert your jig into place and pound the nail through the center of your plywood. Now the jig should spin freely. Next we need to drill a hole through the existing hole so that the jigsaw blade will penetrate through the plywood and start our circle. Now place your jigsaw down and nail it into place to prevent any movement. Now set the jigsaw to its highest speed and slowly make your way around the circle, cutting it out. Now that we've got our circle, it's time to paint. Rip off a piece of tape and place it over the center of your circle. Now using any paint you like, we use teal, paint half the circle. After 30 minutes has passed, or it's dry to the touch, peel off the paint. Now this step is entirely optional, but we find it very confusing to tell time when clocks don't have hour marks. Using a speed square, we made marks for noon, 3, 6, and 9. Then we made 2 additional marks in between those. Using the speed square, these marks were at 30 and 60 degrees. Do that around the entire clock and you'll have every hour mark you'll need. We used black paint to cover each mark and clearly show each hour. Now comes the fun part. Insert your clock mechanism into the center of your clock and twist it into place. The kit we bought came with a mounting bracket on the back, so this is easy to install when we're all said and done. Flip the clock over and screw the nut onto the mechanism and install your hour and minute hands per the instructions. To hang, this couldn't be any easier. It's as simple as pounding a nail into the wall and then hanging it on the bracket. Done. For all the products we used in this video, please check the description below, and we'll see you next month for another Dimensions DIY project.